start on the offensive side of the ball. How impressed were you with Wyatt Teller back in that offensive line and kind of mauling defenders again in the Browns' run game?
There was a part of me that thought, man, are we really making this big of a deal about a right guard? But yeah, we should have made that big of a deal about a right guard because when he came back, you could just see the difference in that run game. And of course, having Nick Chubb back helped as well. But you go back and watch some of those plays and his ability to just get out in front and lead the way. And then you combine that with the guard on the other side and Joel Bitonio, who was plowing through some holes on his own. It just really opened things up for this football team.
The other thing you saw is a shared run game with both Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb, and a cumulative effect because in that fourth quarter, they were able to really dictate what they wanted to do and run the football effectively.
I thought Kareem Hunt looked rejuvenated here in this game. And I think a big part of that was having Chubb back and him getting healthy. Both those guys looked healthy. And it's funny to watch them both run because they do run very differently. Chubb is kind of that explosive. He'll break the big one like we saw on that very last run. And Kareem Hunt, I always say whenever he touches the football or gets a carry, there's like five guys on him instantly, but he just drags them for about 8 or 10 yards. So they're just very different runners. And of course, we know the skill set Kareem Hunt brings. And when you can just have Nick Chubb pound the football for 3 quarters, and then like they did in this game, start handing the ball to Kareem Hunt in the fourth quarter, it's really hard for a defense because that's another 1,300 yard rusher coming onto the field. And not many teams can say that with their backup.
And really, an interesting stat that surprised me when I noticed it earlier. Nick Chubb still leads the NFL in 20-plus yard runs with 7, and he's missed 4 games. That shows you just how good he has been this year.
And we saw it all on display on that last run. Chubb is the kind of guy who it might take 3 carries. That first carry will go for 2. That second carry will maybe he'll lose a yard or go for 1 or 2, and then he'll break a big one. And that's really the type of back that he's shown he can be. And that last play in particular, when he ran out of bounds at the 1, they almost stopped him in the backfield and got the football back. But he turned the corner incredibly quickly. He always amazes me with his athleticism because he's really he's a big back. And when you see him run, his agility, his ability to turn the corner, his speed in the open field, it's always surprising no matter how many times you see it. And he displayed it all on that last run.